his evening trip to Reagan Airport to pick up his daughters visiting from the West Coast. Zack's optimism seemed validated when the off-going emergency physician, Dr. Paula Cho, turned over a department almost empty of patients. He should have known better. Following turnover, the day shift team gathered in the central workstation of the main treatment area. A dozen curtained patient cubicles, only one occupied, surrounded the workstation. In one of the cubicles, an internal medicine resident evaluated an octogenarian woman with a long list of non-acute medical conditions. Her son had left her at the ED triage desk with a packed rollaboard. Positive suitcase sign, Zack called it. The family planned to enjoy Christmas without the burden of Grandma's unpredictable mental status. A blare from the emergency medical services radio commanded attention. The warbling voice and background siren indicated an incoming crisis. So much for optimism.
Montgomery County EMS, 5 minutes out your facility with a middle-aged male, cold water drowning near Seneca Landing on the Potomac River. Water temperature at rescue 50 degrees. VF on our arrival, shocked 3 times with conversion to pulseless rhythm. Patient is hypothermic to touch. Warming blankets applied. We have him intubated on 100% oxygen. CPR in progress. Cardiac monitor sinus Brady at 30.
Zack spoke into the transmitter. Copy all. Continue. A cold water drowning converted from ventricular fibrillation to a slow but regular heart rhythm might survive timely treatment. Slim, but a palpable chance. The warbling voice came back.
County police on scene. Patient ID indicates he is a physician.
Icy fingers spread across Zack's chest. Standing by in resus room. Zack watched the familiar rush of adrenaline-charged nurses and techs scurrying to the resuscitation room to set up for their incoming patient. They moved faster than usual, a bit more frenzied. Zack paused to catch his breath. High odds they knew this physician. The approaching siren, at first faint, then more intense at the ER ambulance bay, clarified Zack's thinking. As he headed to the resus room, he spoke to the ER secretary, Wayne Snodgrass. Call the ECMO team. When Zack entered the resus room, 5 heads turned in unison toward him. The looks on their faces showed they knew what he was about to say. He told them anyway. Folks, if this victim is a local physician, we may know him. We can't let that affect our judgment or performance. Remember the first rule in a cold water immersion. The victim is never dead until he's warm and dead. The doors from the ambulance bay burst open. 2 paramedics in blue coveralls pushed the gurney into the resus room. Zack recognized the victim. Nate Young, a respected pediatrician on the hospital staff. He stepped back to allow the team to move Nate under the bright lights next to the equipment in the room. The paramedic who first treated the patient gave his report in a loud voice.
2 joggers saw the victim face down just offshore by the C&O trail. They called 911 and pulled him out of the water. They noted shallow breathing, started CPR. We arrived within 10 minutes and found the patient pulseless, apneic with VFib on the monitor. DFib converted him to sinus Brady on the 3rd shock. Victim's truck was parked at the scene, engine compartment warm, suggesting he arrived a short time before immersion.
Zack scanned Nate's overall appearance. Purple cyanosis discolored the pediatrician's lips and ears. Looking under the warming blankets, Zack noted that Nate wore casual khaki trousers and a long-sleeved shirt. Both were soaked, as were his socks and winter shoes. 2 nurses tunneled beneath the blankets to cut off the wet clothing. Zack turned to the paramedic. Was he wearing a coat or jacket when found?
None found at the scene.
Why would Nate Young go to the river in sub-freezing early morning air without a jacket? An ED nurse relieved the paramedic performing chest compressions while a respiratory tech hooked the endotracheal tube protruding from Nate's mouth to a mechanical ventilator. Another tech changed out the EKG leads from the EMS portable monitor to the ED's multifunction readout screen. A nurse called out,
BP 60 over palp, weak carotid pulse, no spontaneous respirations.
The heart monitor showed a normal EKG pattern,